I didn't mean to focus you on that. I just thought, like, well, I just wanted to know
Oh,
what your
okay.
ideas were.
We need to find better ways to, healthcare in this country is a real tax on our growth. The healthcare in this country is about 18% of our gross domestic product, something like that. Most countries it's someplace between 9 and 12, 13, I believe. And that's a real competitive disadvantage for us, that we have such an expensive healthcare system. And that's why I'm in favor of something like tort reform. Because, and it's something you never see because, again, money. The biggest contributor to most Congress, trial lawyers. Big labor, big corporations. I mean, your government follow the money. And that's really a shame. But yeah, tort reform, I think we need to find ways to make people more responsible for their own health care. I think we need to open up opportunities for people to look at healthcare costs across borders and across providers, so that, I mean, I go to the doctors, I don't know what the heck it costs, but I should. You know, I should be somehow involved, engaged in how expensive it is, and I should be engaged in taking care of my own health. The system we have now kind of doesn't really engage people in a way that you'd think people would be personally responsible anyway, but they don't. So yeah, I mean, you build incentives to help people take care of themselves and find different ways to provide insurance, you find more competitive products. There's a lot. But the number one thing is, I think you have to ask yourself every time you design something, how do we pay for it? Not today, and who's going to make happy today, but how do we pay for it over time? And we have structural problems with systems that we can't afford.
Well, we only have the room until 7:30, so
Like you, huh?
so I think we should give Mr. Hanna a round of applause for his comments.
I mean, I'm happy to come back sometime and talk specifics. You should watch the campaign and see what you think. And again, the disappointment for me sometimes is that you run a campaign that's not issue-oriented enough. And I don't mean because that's the way I want it. I just mean that so much of this is personalities, and it winds up kind of being more base elements, what appeals, what people like, how people look and act and talk. And, you know, open your ears and mind to people who not me necessarily, but who, I like to listen to people like I was listening to the radio. Try to boil it down into what they really say and what they don't say. And if people sound like they're full of crap, they probably are. You know? So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this. It's nice of you. And follow the campaign. We could use help, and it'd be fun to come down and just spend a day or two with the NRCC out of Washington. These guys are a different breed, and they're fun to watch, and they know what they're doing. And it's politics, the way Washington does it. So I'm kind of interested in seeing them. Last time when I ran, I wasn't really able to, they didn't think I had a snowball's chance in hell. And clearly everybody else thought that too, but we still had the closest race in the country. So that kind of excites them to think we can be successful this time. That remains to be seen, but I think that there's a good chance we can do this, and it might be fun to be part of a winning group of people that you know, has some principles, whether you agree with them or not. So thanks for your time.
And tell your friends to vote.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of Republicans out there that are on campuses. It's not unusual, and you don't have to be apologetic about it. But I do think it's fair to criticize parties where you want to. You don't have to lock stuff.